So mental health is a huge topic and something that I think is a lot of noise around today, and rightly so, but I think there's still a big way for us to go in terms of being the society where we need to be. So we're going to jump straight in, and I'm going to ask you a question. Go on. What do you think mental health is, you two?
I think the definition of mental health to me is like taking care of your mental well-being and mindset.
Yeah, just having that stability, just in your mind, and it's just how your mindset is.
I
Your
really
well-being.
like the word stability there, Imaan. What do you mean by stability?
Well, I guess if you break it up, how stable you are.
Okay.
Whether you are, it varies. Whether you have a really positive mindset or a rather negative mindset, it just depends on the mood.
Yeah, no, definitely. Mental health is, and kind of how I look at it is, we've got our physical health, so how I'm sat here today physically and how I feel and my limbs and my lungs and my eyes and my heart and how I am physically. And our mental health is everyone's got it, is alongside that. The thing about my physical health is you can see it, you can see how I am physically, but you can't see how I am mentally. Yeah, it's the invisible side of our health, which we've all got. And the words mental health doesn't necessarily mean negative, because we've got just our mental health, which is how we are. And then if we've got a poor mental health or we're struggling with our mental health, that's when it becomes a little bit more of negative, and then that's the kind of things that we want to be aware of. So in terms of us as a society, we're wanting to try and improve our awareness and improve what we do to understand it. And there's loads of initiatives going on, maybe in school or in kind of around the world. What ones are you aware of in terms of initiatives that are running at the minute? Are you aware of any?
No.
Was the one that happened last month maybe in school that was focused on? It's a single day.
Black History Month? No.
No, that was last month.
I'm not sure.
I'll give you a clue. World Mental Health Day. So World Mental Health
yeah.
Awareness Day is, again, a day that's put in the calendar, which can be spread out over a month, which is trying to encourage people to what? What's it there for?
About their mental health.
Yeah, and why is that important?
Because I think mental health is just something that gets kind of pushed away. When you're talking about health, you really only focus on your physical health, like you talked about. So having that day to speak up about your mental health, no matter how, like, at what stage it is, it's good to, be open about it, just share it.
Yeah, because it's not going to get better if you don't.
Yeah.
Oh, go on, Nadine, what do you mean by that?
If you're having, like, a really poor mental health, like, you won't be able to, like, fix it if you don't speak up about it and if you don't tell others how you feel. So it's really important to have World Mental Health Day because it does help.
Do you think, as a society, we're more likely to speak about how we feel mentally?
No.
Why not?
I think before, as we talked about, like, the trends and everything, when you follow a trend, it's almost like everything's in one order. Everything's like a whole cycle. One person does it, and the next person does it. With mental health, I think it's because it's not talked about. It's something that everyone's afraid to speak about. And so, it's taking that first step to be the first person to speak about it in order for everyone else to then start.
Change reaction, yeah.
Oh, I like it. So like the initiative we spoke about, which was just one day, we've got to have more in place so that like you said, the chain reaction of people being more accepting to speak about it, and the trend or the acceptance, would I say, of speaking about mental health is therefore more common.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.
And the issue with that, like you said there, man, was that if we aren't speaking about it and we aren't a society that speaks about it, 1 in 4 of us, statistics say 1 in 4 of us will experience some form of mental health dip.
And that's really high.
Okay, really high, right? If we're looking at this room, someone in this room right now is going to have, statistics will say, an issue where they might need to face how they're feeling mentally. And that's in England. That's just in England, okay, each year. And then if we look at maybe how we bottle things up and keep things in, that's going to lead to something that might need addressing even more serious later on in life, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if we're thinking about it being so prevalent and it's something that's happening all the time, and it's no doubt going to be happening in high school, and it's going to be happening in places of work and later on in life as you get older, how do we support our friends and our colleagues and the people around us in regards to their mental health? How can we offer some support?
I think, like, just make sure you're checking in on them, making sure they're okay. Just once in a while, maybe just make sure, like, oh, hey, are you all right? How are you feeling? Just to let them, like, know they have someone to talk to.
Yeah, like Nadine said, just like a regular checkup maybe. Even if it's just like how are you something, I think that kind of does
Have an
yeah,
impact.
it's showing them that someone does care about you. Whether it's something small, even if it's not a checkup, maybe just a compliment or something.
Yeah.
It's just the little things that will really change your
Yeah,
mood.
it shows them that they do have someone
Yeah.
to come to.
I like that, and it's showing that they've got someone there available so they can speak to. But what if they don't think you want to listen? Because that might be the issue at the minute with people speaking about it. They don't think people are there or going to understand how they feel. And that is maybe a limit to why people wouldn't speak about it. But you've really valid point, Nadine, about checking in on someone.
Yeah.
But a lot of things might say they check in on someone and someone says, yeah, I'm okay, when realistically
They're not.
they're not. So how do we break that down? And it's a really good point. And there's no golden ticket the answer, but we've got to try and change society as to how we can do that. Any thoughts?
I think sometimes it's the mindset that you're thinking with. If you think that nobody wants to listen to me, then that's a really negative way to think about it. You have to think about it in the positive aspect. Like, there are people in the world who will listen to me, who will give me good advice, and
Who
that,
will care.
yeah, and I need to like go like look for those people. I need to, and you know, if you think that the people who you're surrounded by right now are not the people that do that, then you know, are they
Yeah.
really those people that you want to be around?
Absolutely. And you're right. There will be people who surround every one of us that will be there to listen. So how do we make sure they're aware that people are there listening? For example, things around school. Is there anything that we can do as a society that will ensure people are okay to talk about it? Is there anything in school that Levenshulme High do?
I think the well-being rooms are definitely important.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where you can go and just say your opinions, like how you feel, knowing that you're in a safe space, because they're designed to like make sure you speak up about it and you're not scared to say anything.
Yeah, that's really good, isn't it? Because do you think everyone in the school is aware of that and feels comfortable enough to use it?
No.
So we're doing more. And by the way, I'm pressing you really hard on this topic because I think I'm emphasising the fact that there potentially is more we could do as a society and school to make sure people know that others will listen. Because at the end of the day, it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In today's society, what do you think are the biggest strains on a young person's mental health?
Social media.
Okay, go on.
I think it's linking in with the other topic. Everyone, like, you want to fit in when you see other people. You want to please other people, and you want to, like, you want to not have that fear of missing out. So definitely that takes a toll on your mental health, thinking that, oh, I don't fit with them. Oh, I'm not like them. Oh, I need to be like them. I need to fit in with them. So I think definitely that's one of them.
With social media as well, there's also your relationships with people, friendship-wise, family-wise. If you are surrounded by a group of people that you don't feel comfortable with, or you feel like they don't bring out the best in you, then, you know, maybe it's not the best option to surround yourself with those people and try finding someone else who you think will listen to you.
Or maybe can relate to you.
Yeah, people that can relate to you, that will, you know, speak with you and just be there for you. And I think with like family-wise as well, it just kind of depends. Like, it varies. Some people who struggle with their relationship with their parents, for example, maybe they have that takes a toll on their mental health. And
do you think there is a generational thing with regards to mental health? Do you think there's anything that is different between young people and maybe our parents or elder generation? Go on, what go on.
I think the way that our parents were brought up was different to the way that, you know, we want to be brought up as well. If our parents were brought up with a strict discipline and everything, especially coming from like a cultural background and everything, my parents were brought up in a strict
household.
in a household. So that's like what they've learned. That's how they've been brought up. So they're inflicting that onto their kids and everything. And obviously it's a whole cycle, like I said before as well. So
do you think they're less understanding around?
Sometimes. I think it varies.
Be,
All right. Yeah, no, again, it's really, really valid points. Is there anything you two do? So you're both fantastic young people in year 10 and you've got all the badges and you're fantastic sportswoman, Nadine. Imaan, you all your passions that you spoke about at the start. What do you do to kind of support your own mental health and well-being and how you feel?
Well, for me in my school, we have like these open music classrooms, and obviously, being someone who really enjoys music, it's always there. It's always available to just go in there, listen to music, play music, and do whatever. So yeah, that's for me.
Nice. So finding something you enjoy and find fulfillment with, and
Yeah.
creative, and almost something you can commit to.
Yeah.
That's what you supports your well-being. I like it.
Yeah, also something that takes your mind off of it. Like, for example, I really like to do sports, and something that helps my mental health is doing sports, like going to clubs, going to tournaments, matches. Like, I go after school every single day, and the school's really inclusive about it. There's before school, at break time and lunchtime, and after school clubs to go to, and they're really inclusive. Like, each week we have a challenge to do, like, for example, bring a friend that's never been before, or like, yeah, and you get extra points for it. So yeah, personally, I think sports really does help me, or like doing a hobby that you're really passionate about really takes your mind off of it.
So if you're supporting kind of young people in school and around Greater Manchester and nationwide in regards to this topic, which is mental health and mental health awareness, and embodying a society that listens and it's okay not to be okay, what would your tagline or sentence be that you want other people to hear?
Speak up about it. Do not let it, don't keep it bottled up inside, or else you're not going to get anywhere with your mental health.
Also, there are people who care. Don't isolate yourself from others. Just realise anyone who asks you're okay does care, and they do want to listen. Don't think that they don't care and they don't want to listen to me. Just they do want to listen to you, and they really want to help.